A glorious good afternoon.
As you can see, we're at Deadman's Drop.
Deadman's Egg Drop this year.
The virtual Deadman's Drop, of course.
That's right. And this year, because we are sheltering, kinetic sculpturing in place, the Razuli engineered mosquitoes don't have anywhere near the prey they normally suck dry and throw away the husks of, namely me.
However, of course, the great Razuli has been quite busy with our kinetic sculpture in place this year, sabotaging as many bits of technology as possible along the way, but we'll do our best to keep it as smooth as possible from here forward.
So let me explain what you are about to see, which is the first big engineering challenge, which is Deadman's Egg Drop. Teams create a contraption to elevate their kinetic egg from the ground or the floor at least 6 feet in height, drop it at least 2 feet of free fall inside or outside a container, then lower it back down to the floor or the ground without damaging it. There are rules. Once the kinetic egg leaves the ground, all humans must be at least 6 feet away until it lands again. Time will begin when the egg leaves the ground. Once the kinetic egg leaves the ground, no human can touch the device or anything connected to the device until the egg lands again. Time will end when the egg touches the ground again. Once the egg has landed, contestants must show it closely to the camera and then break it into a container to prove that it's not fake or boiled. And then hopefully people will make something useful of it. So that is what we are about to see. I want to say one more time, congratulations to all of our Rutabaga royalty this year. All the contestants did an outstanding job, and a lot of love and congratulations to Queen Robotica.
You're right. And if you are just tuning in and missed the
Remotabaga
Ball, Princess Robotica is now Queen Robotica.
Actually, it's Sir Queen Robotica of the Flowering Rutabaga.
There you go.
To give her his full title. So, thanks again to Kinetic Universe for making it so that we could all have fun this weekend. You can go to Kinetic Sculpture. What is it? I gotta find the. Let me get exactly the right. I don't want to. We go to kineticsgrandchampionship.com, and there you can get all of the glorious goodies and buy invisible tickets and all that fun stuff.
You get swag, t-shirts, all kinds of good stuff.
Bandanas are great. You can turn them into a proper face mask and all that as we have fun sheltering in place. So it's kinetic sculpture in place. And Jay, I believe we are ready to run the first chunk of Deadman's Egg Drop. Yes?
Welcome to Alice in Coronaland. We have our beautiful little egg hanging out down here on the ground, ready to go. We have our beautiful Alice. Our Zach in the back. He's the one who does all the magic. Woohoo! Now in Coronaland, we have all the best paper. Charmin, Bounty, and what would Coronaland be without a gorgeous crown, of course. We have our white rabbit hanging out with his mask and his little flamingo friends. They've been hard at work because the Red Queen said off with their heads if the roses aren't red.
It is not very loud. It's not very loud on the stream.
We'll hear more from him later. But for now, we have Alice, Zach, and of course me, the Red Queen.
We cannot hear it or see it.
Yeah, we've got no video at all and very little audio. So once again, the dastardly Razuli is messing with us.
Well, hold on a second, Cliff and Amy. You guys are.
Okay, good. All right, one more time.
And Katie was saying that the stream audio was very low as well.
Excellent. Thank you.
Welcome to Alice in Coronaland. We have our beautiful little egg hanging out down here on the ground, ready to go. We have our beautiful Alice. Our Zach in the back. He's the one who does all the magic. Woohoo! Now in Coronaland, we have all the best paper. Charmin, Bounty, and what would Coronaland be without a gorgeous crown, of course. We have our white rabbit hanging out with his mask and his little flamingo friends. They've been hard at work because the Red Queen said, "Off with their heads if the roses aren't red." We'll hear more from him later. But for now, we have Alice, Zach, and of course me, the Red Queen, ready to go for 3, 2, 1, go. Woohoo! Okay, we have a little bowl to rinse this little guy off because otherwise we don't want dirty eggs. Okay, and now we will woohoo! Awesome.
Hi Kinetic sports fans, here is my egg dropper. Right here is the egg basket. That's not an egg, you say? You're right, it's not an egg. I have to go to the store. So right now I'm winding it up. There's my energy bar. There's my governor. This is the tornado catcher. So down there is the egg. I mean, it will be an egg. There will be a trigger right down in this space.
Oh, wow.
And then we can choose which way to start. There's our intern.
Yep.
Going into his little carriage.
Yep.
All right, 6 feet away. Grab my trigger
Get your trigger.
and go. Good luck, intern. He looks so happy.
Ooh.
Okay, he stopped over here. Come around. Come around. Keep coming. There he is. Okay. He is uncracked.
Okay.
Zoom in. Come in.
Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you for your service, intern.
Well, we'll eat them.
You're welcome. I was happy to do it.
Human-powered helicopter. Got our little kinetic pilot in there. Has a seatbelt on for safety. Its vertical auto rotation should gently cascade it back to the ground. Got our emotional support Tiger Fox. And I think we're ready to go. Well, that didn't work at all. You know what they say, don't bring a helicopter to a rocket fight. Well, we already failed once. Let's see if we can fail again, but more gloriously. Okay, we moved our same pilot over into a basket with a parachute and connected it to a rocket. Can you tell us about your rocket, Alton?
I made it so it could be aerodynamic and have sense.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's right in front of you. It's like, well, it's a real egg. Just fail once, try again, fail again more gloriously.
Show the basket.
That doesn't look like a happy egg at all.
All right, plan number G. No rules, all fun. We made it 6 feet that time.
I would say it made it more than 6 feet.
Oh man,
That was so much fun.
that was hilarious.
Oh. I see Queen Robotica is part of our call. Queen Robotica, what have you got to say for yourself? That was truly a glorious spirit you evidenced there.
Jay, we are still sharing a black screen, by the way. Okay.
Robotica, my queen, what have you to say?
One half of our engineering team is under the age of 8.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated the glorious spirit you both evidenced.
Yes, that was...
I don't know who had more fun jumping on the bottle.
We're going for rules A and H and just avoiding as many other as possible.
That's probably a good idea. And kudos to you for giving new meaning to the term bottle rocket.
Thank you.
So much fun. I love the innovation everybody's got. Jay, are we ready with the next contestants? Let's roll.
All right. Those were great.
All right. He says 1 second to go. 3 cheers for our kinetic wizards.
Reed Spacer here with Eggman's Drop here. Man, it's been a long, hard day for us here. I've got a contraption that will use a couple pulleys and string and nails and water bottles and milk cartons, all carefully constructed here. What I've got is a counterweight system. Pull out the nail, the water bottle, which can be finely tuned to how much weight you want to have just by taking a little sip on a hot day, and it's been hot today. This weight comes down across the pulleys, and as it does so, help to have an egg in here. All right, come here, egg. The egg goes up, 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 and when it gets to the top, it can fall out of that space. I've got a slanted piece here and a slanted top as well, so that if it comes up across the top, it'll come through here. This is a slope portion here. The rules stipulate at least 6 feet high in the air, drop it at least 2 feet of free fall. Well, I did about 5 feet of free fall. Then lower it back down to the floor or ground without damage. When it says lower it back down, that made me think that you really couldn't just let it come down onto a pillow or something. You need to actually have some sort of mechanism. So I've got a mechanism right here, another system counterweights. When it comes down into here, when the egg falls into this, it's going to lower it down, like so. So I hope I'm following the letters of the rules and all that good stuff here. But again, real simple engineering here. Nothing that I didn't already have at home here for the whole system here. This board, in fact, is what I put my Kinetic Sculpture on when I go to away races here. Just bolts on my car and everything goes on top. This is the back side that's been blank. Now it's got all sorts of lovely art here. I've got my start art, finish art. It's now 8 o'clock. It's been a long day, but it's been fun, and I think that's enough of my engineering here. Time to do some pageantry here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Reed Spacer, Eggman's Drop, run video. Here we go. Eggs ready to go up and down. And action. Come on, out. Beautiful. And come here. Open. We have a lovely raw egg. Thank you so much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Humboldt Kinetic Works, Team Funguy, and here we are on challenge number 1. This is the Deadman egg drop. Deadman's egg drop. Homage to Deadman's drop. One of the things that we've always done quite well at, and we bomb it hard and fast. Hit it hard. If you're not scared, it wasn't fun. So what we got here is, as we know, eggs don't have legs, so we need some kind of energy to apply to that egg to get him through the course. In this case, I have created the Hurler-matic. Hurler-matic here is not that automatic. I do have to set it, and the energy we're deriving for this device is through the spring. The spring here is mounted. Now, I've taken an old bike that I've chopped up in the past and it was just hanging on the wall, and repurposing that for this device. So basically what happens is, if you push back on the pedal here, there are chains. Now the chains, I will lock it in and put that on there, and that will hold it in the ready position. Now I also have a second chain here. You'll notice right here, this is the stop, so that when I release it, it will stop here. That way I could adjust my stop and therefore aim the device, because we're really going for a very tight entry zone here for our little egg buddy. And so I wanted to be able to adjust that. So between these two chains, they control the device. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of chain and extra string. This is very sensitive. I can stand 6 feet away per the rules and trigger the device. Once I trigger it, we're not touching it. We just drop the cord. I pull it and drop it, and the weight of the chain pulls it off, sending the hurler. The egg rises to a glorious 6 feet, 2 feet of free fall into the orifice that will receive it. Going down now, as you can see, it goes straight and it's a slight angle. So the hope is that the egg can handle that slow turn as it brings it through here, and it rolls out and across the finish line. And there you have it. Team Funguy's Deadman eggs drop. And this one is going to be serious glory. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 2020 Kinetic Race in Place. Here we are at challenge number 1. We've got Team Funguy coming up, and they're going to be showing us how to go 6 feet up, 2 feet down, and land safely. Oh, here comes Funguy. He's got their pilot. Hello, everybody. Here I have Eggsy McCracken. He is our glorious egg pilot who will risk every life and limb, not so many limbs, for glory. So we are going to prepare him and the device. Right there, little buddy. So gauging the spring tension.
Are you nervous, Eggsy?
Oh, I'm okay. You promised me I wouldn't get hurt.
It'll be
I
okay.
got it. I got it.
It'll be okay, Eggsy. You look great. You look ready for this.
The potato handled it quite well in testing. Couldn't risk a fragile egg, and we lost our first stunt egg. But a potato said he could handle it. All right, it is charged. Time to load him up. All right, little buddy. See you on the other side. 6 feet back. There we go. In 3, 2, 1, pull. Oh!
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Not again!
We might have slightly missed the trajectory. Oh, Eggsy.
Is Eggsy okay?
He'll be fine. We just need some super glue. Maybe some foam and paper mache. He'll be fine.
Poor Eggsy.
We got all night to rebuild him.
Yeah.
Next challenge, he'll be ready to go. Poor Eggsy.
So I'd like to get a post-race interview with the captain of the team.
Well, we had a slight miscalculation here. Fortunately, Eggsy did not make the landing zone. As you may notice, or may not, but you can see from my waddle here, it's been a little bit breezy. The breeze sure picked up right as the race went down, as we see that many times out on the beach. The wind picking up can have a major effect on your performance. In this case, Eggsy had a slight re-entry problem, and we were going to stay up all night, working hard all night, putting him back together. You know, he may not have fallen off a wall, but we will put him back together and ready for the next challenge. For the glory.
For the glory! There's the crowd.
That feels like that's still moving, that whole thing. Okay, we're getting there.
Woohoo! It's gonna work.
Oh man,
I love you, Funguy.
That was glorious. That was good. They were all fantastic. I'm really blown away by the ingenuity of all the different teams putting together these great contraptions. It's so much fun.
I'd say that this is an excellent entertainment value.
Absolutely.
And if you want to support this kind of silly innovation, please buy an invisible ticket or some merch at the website, because that's how we can do all this stuff again and again and again. Do we have one more segment of last contestants of Dead Man's Egg Drop? We still have the Judy Bear Jamboree if you want to join in on that. It goes till an hour after we finish our live stream today. Obviously, we are...
And we'll explain that again.
Not on time. But,
well, it's Kinetic. Come on. But remember, time...
It's not
time
4:07 until Jeno says it's 4:07.
Time is abstract, right?
Yes.
So.
All right, Jay, let's roll the last set of contestants, please. Thank you.
All right, set up for challenge 1. There's the Nikki Hammanator.
Standing on my foot.
Standing on Ben's foot, as described in our team portrait. You moved. You moved, didn't you? Say hi. Hi. Nikki is an important part of this. Pay no attention to the garbage over there. I didn't make it to the dump today.
Video.
So,
Talk to Isaac about it.
we'll explain our contraption to you. This gutter has nothing to do with it. That laundry basket used to have something to do with it, but doesn't anymore. Same with the ladder. It's a very simple mechanism. So here is the bucket. It used to belong to Lucy, which is why it says Lucy on it. And the egg will be in the bucket. There it is. And then this goes up to a pulley that's been on our barn forever. And the pulley comes down and is attached to Nikki Hammanator. And Nikki Hammanator is going to pull the rope, and the bucket's going to go up. It's tethered to a railroad stake right here, because we live by the railroad. Up there's the railroad. And so we have a lot of railroad stakes lying around. And so then it's going to tip, and the egg is going to fall into the tarp, which is suspended between the barn doors, cleverly, and roll down and be welcomed here by Pablo the rooster, named after Picasso because of his cubist sort of affect there. All right, so we're going to show you that the bucket was in fact 6 feet above the ground. And there it is. Oh, you're bending the tape measure, Ben. You're cheating.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go. So now it's on the ground. I'll hold it here. And that end's on the ground, and that end is just over 6 feet. Where's 6 feet? There's 6 feet, and there's where it fell from. And so it went up 6 feet, and more importantly, it free fell the full 6 feet unintentionally, but it did. Here I am 6 feet from Nikki. There is Lucy 6 feet from Nikki. Ben is backing away slowly. John's in the house. He's not even here right now. And there's the pulley system as described, and the bucket with the egg and the dog. And there's Ben, who's now 6 feet away. Call him.
Nikki, come on.
Come on.
Come here.
Come on.
Come on, Nikki. Come on, Nikki. Come on, Nikki.
Keep backing
Come
up.
on. Come on. Good boy. Good boy.
It just fell straight on the grass and it didn't break.
All right.
Good boy.
Well, that was anticlimactic but effective. Lucy, come pick it up.
Yep.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is under the tarp.
It's fine.
Show it thoroughly. Oh, yeah. No damage. No damage. Crack it into the thing.
Whoop.
Sit. Stay.
There it is. Woohoo! All right. Well, we'll take it.
A few members of our team started out by doing some scientific ballooning on small sounding balloons, and through these projects they were lucky enough to have the opportunity to work with NASA's Columbia Scientific Ballooning Facility. If you haven't heard of scientific ballooning, you're not alone. NASA uses humongous balloons, the size of 2 football stadiums put together, to haul projects the size of a dumpster up into near space. These projects can cruise around the stratosphere for days or even months. It's a great way to test technology that isn't quite ready for a rocket. When we read about this challenge, we knew that we wanted to try a lighthearted experiment that would salute our ballooning roots. The concept is simple. Step 1. Get enough balloons to launch the egg 6 feet off the ground. Step 2. Use homemade paper blow darts to pop a balloon that is acting as a release mechanism. Step 3. Trigger the release of a 2-foot tether so that the egg will free fall. Step 4. Pop enough balloons to land the egg safely. It sounds simple enough, but we didn't count on the spring wind in Maryland. Between the wind, the underfilled balloons we had delivered, and our lack of staff, our simple plan turned out to take about 4 hours to achieve. And let's just say we were a little overexcited when the plan finally worked. So how'd we do? Let's review our safety and mission assurance checklist.
So we made this original cute payload. As you can see, it's way too heavy. I think we've really demonstrated that. So we had to make this rapid prototype field expedient payload here.
We elevated our kinetic egg from the ground to at least 6 feet in height, released the trigger, and dropped it at least 2 feet of free fall before lowering it safely to the ground. Jimmy managed to keep 6 feet away without touching it until it landed. We did a magnificent job of braking to show it was real. Make sure your volume is turned up.
Egg is in the chamber. It has a mask on.
We can do better. But we're actually closer to neutral buoyancy now. It's actually having an appreciable effect.
All right, Jimmy is 6 feet tall. Actually, 6'3". For reference.
Might need it longer. Oh, I guess now I need to bring the other balloons down.
Yeah.
All right, are we good at that take?
Yes, keep going. I'm still filming. I thought you were doing this right at me. Oh, it landed, right? So that counts?
I think it might count. Yeah, I guess. Okay, it's landed.
It's landed. You saw it land. So take it out and crack it. Take it out and crack it.
Take it out and pack it.
Crack it on this. Just take it out.
Oh, I was supposed to show it before.
I think it's pretty clear the egg is in there.
No, I was supposed to show that it was unhurt before I...
Oh, no.
Alright, well...
Judges, this is what you get from us. We've been doing this for
a 2
days. All right. That's it. One take.
Universe. I'm Scout from Team Magic Cool Bus, aka the Fieldbrook Funny Farm family, and we have our Eggman's Deadman's Drop challenge today. So what we have is a slingshot constructed of mostly household items and milk jugs and bungees and duct tape and some baling twine.
Whoa.
Oh, we got neighbors. Hi. Rigged up to our birch trees here. So we're going to launch the Kinetic Contraption, which is a humble oatmeal container recycled with a plastic bag parachute containing our kinetic egg. It's our Magic Cool Bus rocket ship, the Kinetic Express. And it's protected with a bunch of dead bracken fern and holding our egg in place. So we're just going to launch this off into the local gravel pit here to test out our flight scenario today. So we think this is a fun way that you can deliver eggs and other small goods to your friends and neighbors during the pandemic while still maintaining appropriate social distancing measures from afar. So yeah, let's try it out. All right, run number 2. Hope she clears. All right, 3, 2, 1, launch. Woo!
Nice.
Well,
it worked.
It worked.
It worked really good.
It went up and then down. It's clear. All right. We've successfully launched and landed our kinetic contraption. The parachute's been deployed. Let's see if the Eggo is safe. Oh man, there's a lot of duct tape holding together this rocket ship, like any good rocket ship. You can tell I'm being safe because of my eye protection. All right. A lovely bracken fern nest. Ta-da! For the glory! All right.
Woo! Yeah! Oh my goodness, that was amazing. So
Is this another one?
No, is this a preview of microkinetics? Okay. So that pretty much does it for us for day 1 of Kinetic Sculpture in Place. I do want to remind everybody that you can buy an invisible ticket or go to the glorious gift shop or any of those things by simply going to kineticgrandchampionship.com. There is an art auction as well, which as soon as it's unresulied, it will be there for you for the week.
But I just want to say kudos to all the teams for being extremely innovative in doing your kinetic egg drop. That was just fantastic. Very entertaining.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. We can have so much fun while we stay safely separately together. Thank you, Kinetic Universe. Thank you, Queen Texas. A lot of paint buckets. This is so much fun. Thank you, Rutabaga princesses and queens, and congratulations to our new reigning Rutabaga queen, Sir Queen Robotica of the Flowering Rutabaga. We're so proud of all of you.
And let's not forget to tell people that they can still get involved because we're just wrapping up today's thing, and today's challenge.
Right. So today's challenge, you have an hour to do the Judy Bear Jamboree. If I can find my notes here. Judy Bear Jamboree today is recreate your favorite kinetic obstacle or glory spot starring your Judy Bear. And you post your photo or video on Facebook. You have 1 hour after we finish with a little trailer from my friend Bartleby And you have to include hashtags. Ready? Hashtag kinetic team name, hashtag kinetic in place, hashtag KSiP Judy Bear, hashtag Judy Bear Jamboree. Everybody can play along. It has to be publicly available for viewing, but only those who are teams in the Kinetic Sculpture in place will be judged. And that's fun for all of us. Tomorrow we have the Challenge 2, Humboldt Not the Bay Water Crossing. We also have microkinetics, which you're about to hear about. And I am delighted to say that there will be another daily challenge tomorrow as well. And we will return to the live stream tomorrow at 11:31 Geno time. And thank you, Jay. Thank you, Randall. Thank you, glorious spectators. Thank you, glorious founder Hobart Brown. Here is something very special that you'll get to see tomorrow. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Hit it!
Next time on the Kinetic Sculpture in Place.
Here we go. Take 957.
Go for launch.
The die are about to be cast.
Here's the egg.
Here we go. Ready, set.
And launching in 3, 2, 1.
In 3, 2, 1, release!
Oh, sorry, intern.